it feels like a homecoming, man. It just feels nice. My coaches had to slow me down. They told me, like, just get up there and do a little bit of movement. Don't get all crazy. But I got loose, man. When people started cheering Ill Will Brooks or Will Brooks, whatever, man, I just got crazy, man. I could have stayed up there all night. But this is amazing, man. Seeing all these cameras, you asking me questions in this setting. This is amazing, man. I love this, man.
People say the octagon jitters are very much real. What do you think it's going to be
It's
like?
no such thing, man. It's no such thing. There's preparation. You know, you make sure you're ready to go for everything in life. I think you do that with anything that you do. If you're a fighter, if you're a reporter, media, anything. When you woke up this morning, you knew you were coming here. You figured out your questions that you were going to ask, right? So for me, I knew that I was going to be in the UFC at some point, so I was preparing myself. You know, I was working with the last organization that I was a part of. You know. I built myself up. I got comfortable with the idea of being a champion there, and I've moved forward. So I'm prepared. I'm ready to be here. I try my best not to think about, everybody gets caught up in organizations and things like that. But for me, I try to see everything as a fight, as individual competitors. So everybody's going to be different. Just because you represent this organization, that does nothing for your skill set. You still have to go in the gym and train and sweat, and maybe sometimes bleed in the gym like I do. So. Really, I don't rank anybody. I see everybody as an individual, and I try to attack that individual and not try to rank them amongst the other guys that I fought,
You guys had a bit of a back and forth on Twitter the other day.
Yeah.
Did any of that stuff get to you today, or was it just...
Not at all, man. I was dying laughing, man. It was fun. I love it, man. It's part of the sport, man. We're part of it is we're entertainers too, and we're competitors. You never want to go in there and be like, oh, this guy's very, very talented. He might beat me. No, you're never going to think like that, So to be able to go back and forth with a guy like that, not be nasty or vicious or like kind of taking underhanded shots at each other, but having fun with it was cool, But it's competitors, man. This is fighting. We're not playing patty cake, you know what I'm saying? So it was fun. I'm a runner. That's why I'm an athlete. I'm a runner. No, I'm just kidding. No, man. Look, man, this is fighting. I think a lot of guys have forgotten that this is mixed martial arts. This is not, hey, let's stand and punch. Like, this is not rock'em sock'em, Like, you're training to beat everybody in every aspect of mixed martial arts, and that's something I've trained extremely hard to be able to do. I think I'm very composed when I'm in there. I'm thinking all the time. I'm adapting at all times. If I have to run, if that's the game plan, if I have to stick and move and get out, then I'll play that game. If you don't like it, then you should have trained to beat it. You know what I'm saying? So for me, whatever Ross has to say is what he has to say. I think he says things like that because he knows that he's very limited in his skill set. So he can't do anything more than just walk forward, throw big punches, and that's it. So he needs to get guys to kind of want to play his game. So, it is what it is. I believe I'm a champion caliber fighter, So right now it just happened that the timing just played out where I had to fight a guy that's not in the top 10, I've been off I haven't fought since November of last year. So it's been a while, And right now, a lot of their guys in the top 10 here in the UFC, they're either hurt or they're already booked. So it was like, man, do you want to... I could have signed with the UFC and be like, you know what, let me sit around and wait and see what happens. But I'm a competitor, and I flipped the switch and was like, let's go fight and let's get to work. So, I'm not worried about it. I'll go out there, do my thing, and, I'll move forward and I'll get to where I need to be,